was a hard-fought victory. Definitely not a pretty victory, but victory counts all the same. Offense was unbelievable tonight. They had their way, running for over 300 yards. Katron for over 200 yards. Nick Singleton breaking some all-purpose yards, having a really good day. You know, I was super proud of the offense. They answered the call. You know, one of the things we learned tonight was how to end the game on our terms. We all recall Indiana's game, and it was the same situation, 4 minutes to go. You know, we gave them the ball back, and we all know what happened. This time we had the ball, I don't know the exact time, but it was around 4 minutes to go, and we didn't give the ball back. We ended it on our terms, so that was fantastic. The defense struggled all night. We just didn't seem to have an answer to cover those guys. We struggled tackling those guys. But when we needed a play most, we got the fumble recovery for a touchdown. And then we followed that up with the next series with a fourth down stop, which really sealed the game because the offense took over from there. So, it was not pretty, but they figured out a way, and that's football. That's Big Ten football, so we're going to take that victory. Obviously, we talk about Ethan Grunkmeyer. Thought he was really good tonight. He threw the touchdown pass to Rapp early on. He gave us some chances on some shots down the field. I think that continues to open up our run game because you just can't sit in a box against us. So we'll continue to press forward with that. We are bowl eligible, and we're very thankful for that. The guys really wanted that, and we're looking forward to playing in a bowl game. Questions?
Bob, then Greg.
You mentioned Grunk, Terry, really since the second half of the Indiana game, a redshirt freshman has to start at Iowa, then has to play Ohio State on the road. You've been asked about it before, but it looked like he took another step forward tonight, and a game that you had to win. You guys were all pointing to win. What can you say about a player that young and the strides that he's made even tonight as well?
He's the future of the position for us. He's taken great strides to getting better. He works his tail off during the week, and you see his production. He's very efficient in his throws. He runs our offense, and that's what a great quarterback does. When you look at Super Bowl champions or championship caliber quarterbacks, they do what's necessary for victory, and that's what he's done for us. I mean, the 2-minute drive, the 30-second drive right before the half, that was big time to get those 3 points. So, it was critical to the outcome of the game. But we had confidence in him, and that's why we tried to push the ball down the field and get those 3 points.
Greg, then Rich.
Coach, Amari Campbell, not just the fumble return for a touchdown, but also 14 tackles tonight. What did he mean to your defense, not just tonight, but over the course of his first year he's had at Penn State?
Yeah, with his stability there, he's a heck of a football player, and he deserves a lot of credit. He plays really hard. He's very productive. He's solid. He's consistent. You know exactly what you're getting. With our injuries at linebacker, I don't know what we would do if he wasn't here. But he's a stable piece in the middle for us, and just a tremendous effort tonight. And what a play that we really needed, and we needed a jolt, and he gave it to us.
Rich, then Todd.
Terry,
To your right.
Terry. How fitting was it to end the regular season with Katron and Nick doing what they did tonight? And in all your years of football, have you ever seen two backs share a position like that and produce what they've done for Penn State?
I can't recall ever seeing two backs with such great yardage numbers. It's rare that two guys share the ball for 4 years, let alone sometimes Saquon Barkley overlapped with Miles Sanders, but they ain't really shared. These guys literally shared for 4 years, and really both of them reaped the rewards of sharing. It speaks volumes to both of their character. One of them could have transferred. One of them could have went somewhere and been the guy. And for them to stay with us, it speaks volumes about Penn State in itself. Just super proud of those guys. I went to both of those guys these last couple weeks, and I told them, we're going to get you guys that record. And, I didn't want to make it a point where we tell the coaches, go out of your way. But I just knew if we stuck to our game plan and got those guys 30-plus touches, they would do exactly what they've done the back end of the season. And they're just incredible. Everybody knows we're running, and they can't stop it. And that speaks volumes to our offensive line and the tight ends. Those guys are just – I told the Big Ten Network people, I said, we have finally built up calluses on our hands up front. And that's why defenses are having a hard time stopping our run game.
Todd, then Mark.
Coach, you finished the game with the ball, as you mentioned, 4th and 2. You could have kicked the field goal to make it 7 points. 4th and 3, a different decision. What went into your thinking in that last possession to try and finish that game out?
I was thinking about the Indiana game and what I would do different. And, we all learn from experience. I'm a ton better coach than I was the night of Iowa. I'm a ton better than Indiana. And we shouldn't have gave Indiana the ball back, and I said, we're not going to do that tonight. And, it worked out for us, and, nothing better than going in a victory formation.
Mark, then John.
Terry, have you gotten any clarity on your future with Penn State in the last 48, 72 hours? And with that in mind, what did you tell the team after the game?
Yeah, so, last week I came in with like some, a lot of energy, so to speak. This week I'm not, I'm just thankful we won a game. I'm thankful we have an opportunity to go to a bowl game. Thankful for these guys that played their hearts out for all of us. And I just told our guys we're going to have an opportunity to go play in a bowl game, yet to be determined. I'm going to give these guys a week off, and I think next Sunday is Selection Sunday. We'll figure out who we're going to play, and then we'll just start game planning from there and, take care of our veteran guys and get our young guys a lot of work and get them ready to go.
John, then Neil.
Terry, a lot can change between now and a bowl with your job status, everyone's status. If this is it for you as the interim head coach, what did this mean to you?
It meant a lot. It taught me a lot. It taught me that I know I can truly do this job. It taught me, patience. It taught me the role of one of the biggest jobs in college football. And it taught me that I have a special bond with people and my players, and that when I go forward in coaching, I have to take advantage of that and really build on that. I'm a trust guy, and I always tell my guys when I recruit them, I will give trust first so that you can trust me second. And trust is earned. And that's why they care for me. That's why they let me, I'm chewing Zion Tracy out, and he's staring down my throat because he knows I love him and I'm giving him proper correction. And that's what that bond is. And I appreciate these guys. They work really hard, and I can't ask more of them. And it's been a good run for me.
Neil and Max.
Terry, have you gotten clarity from Pat in terms of what kind of timetable he may be looking at?
No timetable.
Max and then Audrey will be our last two.
Hey Terry, I wanted to follow up on Ethan. It seems like not only has his play gotten better, but he's grown as a leader as well. I mean, you had that delayed game there that I know seemed like
That was on me.
Okay.
That was on me. The referees, they talked about it earlier. Oh, I can't say that. I'll get fined. I got no money to pay that fine. Sorry, I refrain from that.
That's okay.
Take that off the record.
But right after that, he went over to the sideline. It seemed like he was yelling at basically every defensive player and giving them high fives. I mean, how have you seen him take that role as well in this situation?
That's what you expect from QB1. They have to lead the whole team, because as that guy goes, we go. If he doesn't go, look at college football, look at pro football. No team wins a championship without that guy. And everyone's in search of that guy. And our future's bright. This guy is only getting better. He's getting valuable experience, and he's growing up every single day right in front of us.
Audrey?
Jerry, when you look at the end, obviously you guys win the game, but the way the defense kind of reacted tonight throughout most of it, how would you kind of summarize what happened, and how do you maybe correct some of those things when it is tackling at this point in the year?
Yeah, that's a good question. They played horribly. We just got to go back and watch the film and reevaluate why did it happen that way. Rutgers offense, I think, is the number 2 pass offense in the Big Ten. So we can't disrespect who they are. Those receivers are legit. That catch the kid made, I mean, like we get the Indiana catch and then we get that catch. Like, that's going to go on one of the best catches of the year. But they were good and efficient. Coach Soraka, their offensive coordinator, called a great game. Right? He had a plan. He executed the plan, gave us difficulties. We're going to get it fixed for the bowl game, and we're going to be better. And we'll learn from that. The beauty of it is they made plays when we needed to make plays, and that's how we won.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry. Thanks.